from 2006 on to 2013, Ben Bernanke chooses with his Fed to taper. Here is his first speech. This was to Princeton. He returned to the Woodrow Wilson Center in February of 2006. Price stability plays a dual role in our Fed policy. Stable prices are an important goal of a monetary policy, but stable prices are also a prerequisite to the achievement of their mandated objectives, high employment and moderate long-term interest rates. What a safe quote, Michael McKee, from a safe time.
Well, at that time, inflation wasn't even on the radar screen. Disinflation and deflation were nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
He had talked about it early in the aughts, as they say, and that had disappeared. Now it's back. They are concerned about inflation. Apparently, Jim Bullard's concern is not enough to sway the committee or him in the vote.
You know, I do notice that in the forward guidance here, they say especially if projected inflation continues to run below the committee's 2% longer run goal. So, you know, they did add a kind of an inflation component. It wasn't as much as a lower bound on inflation when they would hike, but at least they've noted that they can change policy if we have this deflation that Mike just mentioned.
Within the quote that I just showed from February of 2006, would you and your colleague Neil Sauce suggest the Fed felt they had to provide almost closure to a Bernanke era, and the way to do that was to begin?
Well, I think that there was a risk, and I'm sure that we'll get more information in the minutes about this, that there was a risk that, look, we want to do this, but we don't want to also do this in, say, January, when we might have another political fiscal issue, because the debt ceiling goes back into effect on February 7th, so they don't want to get in front of that. And at the same time, I think the economy was good enough that if you're going to do it in January or March anyway, why not just get it started? And especially if you're going to go slow and
right.
do the $10 billion.
Yeah, this was about as small a taper as you could do.
That's right.
It's a teensweens Fed decision. It's a teensweens taper.